Now, a rundown on some of our Wednesday morning headlines for this Alaska news segment. A Fairbanks homicide suspect is in custody. Remember, the Fairbanks police had put out an alert that they were looking for a man by the last name of Alexei. They put out another alert on Tuesday that he had been spotted, caused some shutdowns of local schools, and he was apprehended after a short foot chase. A second suspect for a May 2nd assault case was involved in a standoff yesterday with Alaska State Troopers near the Old Steese. The foreclosure now is the move, targeting the abandoned Anchorage LIO office. As you recall, it had been hugely renovated with millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars of state money, and the developers basically on the hook for it when the legislature backed out of the deal to continue renting it for more money than they could afford. They in turn purchased a different building, which they then renovated, and now the people who loaned the money, the bank, saying, yeah, we want our money, and they've filed suit against the developers. A Arctic Council, the session has begun in Fairbanks. Most of it is closed to the public because of the high level of people that are attending, and some of the roads around the Carlson Center are going to be closed at times this week because of it. Governor Walker has hit the road with his latest budget message. It's actually the same old budget message that he had before, that Alaska needs to have an income tax in place to pay for government. A watch team has been monitoring the flood danger along Alaska's major rivers, and they say that this year it looks like breakup is going to be relatively easy, as most of the ice they've seen is rotten, meaning that it's not going to cause those huge sheets, which then cause the ice jams and cause the flooding. Also, that Sockeye Fire suspect, one of the people involved, a woman, took to the stand this week to defend herself, saying that basically she thought the fire was out. It was out of control within minutes. The fiber-optic broadband is set to go live in northern Alaska by year's end, and if Quintillion manages to complete all the work, this is something they could connect all the way from Tokyo to London, going over the Arctic. And Governor Walker has put the final kibosh on the KABATA project. That was one of those road projects, massive road projects down in the Anchorage area. Personal income in Alaska has dropped after a decade of solid growth. And Alaska Airlines has updated, saying it is not banning the shipment of bees to Alaska. They've simply banned one carrier. The Matsu Animal Shelter is cutting its hours amid a staffing shortage, and the Alaska Senate has proposed $288 million in subsidies for oil companies, plus cash for the King Cove road. This is involved in a supplemental budget bill. Basically, it's normally something that they kind of hide the money from the current budget. And the top state ferry manager has resigned for personal, not professional reasons. He has to go out of state to care for an ailing family member. Officials now say that Hilcorp platform leaked all of 3 gallons. It was not oil, 3 gallons. It wasn't oil, it was a natural gas condensate. And a new report says that Alaska has more orphaned otters than the world's zoos have room for, and they're urging the public to leave those otters on the beach or wherever you may see them, and let nature take its course. That 17-foot python that was missing down in the Matsu apparently returned home on its own accord. And a new report says that Jewel is going to be headlining the Salmon Fest coming up in August. If you're a fan of the country / pop / indie, whatever she is, folk singer, yeah, she's going to be back in her home state this August. And finally, there's this new Netflix show about suicide, 13 Reasons Why, which is raising concerns among school officials, especially that somehow it may glorify suicide, urging parents to talk to their teens. It's going to be my subject of my commentary today. And that's what we've got. Make sure you check out the website, radiofreespeech.com. If you'd like more news than this, I've got a 30 to 40-minute audio version that I send out to my paid subscribers every morning at 5 a.m. radiofreespeech.com. Check it out.